I'm not a hairdresser, and that's all you need to know. I'm gonna try and do this. I mean, my partner cut my hair when we were in COVID, and she's not a hairdresser, and it was fine. And generally, if she can do something, it means that I cannot do it. So I've watched no videos to prepare for this. I've not thought about it at all, to be honest. I've got the scissors that we used 4 years ago. I'm just gonna have a crack. I mean, it's only hair. Here are the stories you need to know going into this. I went to an apprentice hairdresser once, and I told her what sort of haircut I wanted, just to trim all over. And she just took a buzz cut and just went right down the middle, and then went, "That's what you wanted, wasn't it?" And I just had to go, "Yep, that's what I wanted." And I had a similar experience when I was in primary school, where the barber just went off his own vibe of what he thought, shaved my head completely, and my grade 6 teacher made jokes about me having cancer. So you think, that's professionals having a crack. How much worse can it be? There's nothing I can do that hasn't already happened to my hair. So I'm just gonna basically vibe what I remember hairdressers doing to me. So a bit of awkward small talk, and then they say, "How much do you want off?" And you sort of, I don't know, that? And then I think you just, this is the moment when you realize what you're actually doing. And I think you just have a crack. Oh boy. Oh, that feels like that's way too much. Oh, that's way too much. Maybe we start small. Let's start small. All right. Let's do this. How risky can you can see there's a massive chunk that's been cut off there. How risky can this bit be? Let's do this. I think that's also too much. Oh my God. Lovely locks, but oh, this is such a mistake, isn't it? This is such a mistake. This is such a mistake. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I used to work at a call center that used to deal with IT issues, and I didn't know anything about IT. And I remember one call where the person I kept saying, okay, and the guy goes, "I love that you keep saying okay, but nothing's actually changing." And that sort of is what is happening here, is I'm just gonna keep reassuring myself that it's all gonna be fine, but in fact, it's not gonna be fine. Let's just start cutting. My depth perception has never been good, so I cannot even work out how to line up. Let's just start with, see what I mean? I can't even work out how to line up. Let's just start cutting. There's a 100% chance that this video ends with me cutting off a finger. Or an ear, actually, now that I think about it. I gave myself a few hours to film this, but I'm just setting such a cracking pace which worries me, because I don't think it should be this quick. If you're a hairdresser and you're watching this, I can only apologize. I've just realized at this point that we should be layering or cutting it so it doesn't just look like chunks, but we're here now. I also don't know how I'm going to get to the back. That is a problem, actually, isn't it? That's a real problem.
I think this is a technique they still teach in hairdressing college.
Just cut a chunk off and have a crack.
Try and dislocate your shoulder as much as possible in the process.
What do you do with yourself? I used to work in radio and now I'm doing online stuff and stand-up.
Ah,
Got a face for radio, I'll tell you that much. Still funny every time. To all the hairdressers that were offended at the idea of this video, I get it. I really get it. We're not quite at panic stage yet, but yeah. The thing is, hair grows back, doesn't it? It grows back. Quite a bit has come off. This may have been a mistake. And now, because I can't get to the back, it looks like I'm going for the rat tail look. I look like Frenchie.
the problem is we get to the point where I've contorted my body so I can cut it, and then I can't. The scissors that have been used once are just too blunt.
So remember when you were in primary school and there were green scissors and red scissors? I'm someone who would need green scissors, and these are red scissors. And that's why it's been so hard all this time. Which means if you thought progress was bad, it's now going to get worse, because now I have to use my right hand to cut my hair, and I am left-handed. I'm left-handed, apparently with zero depth perception. I look a bit like an 80s female pop singer at this point. Which I wouldn't say I'm fine with. Why is that? Why can the scissors pick up that is my left hand and that is my right hand? That doesn't make any sense. Now we come to the stage of the game that we would call damage control / how do we get to the back? Do we just cut the back? Is this what fading is, hairdressers? Layering. I'm just saying words that sound correct, but I don't really know. Because I don't want to cut all the hair. This is why you guys do a bit of training beforehand. Bummer. I can't see what's happening.
Your hairdresser has this face when they're cutting. It's not a great sign.
My fiance said to me, I told her I was going to be doing this, and she said, do you have a hairdresser booked for the aftermath? I said, why would I need a hairdresser booked for the aftermath? There'll be no need.
But when a hairdresser is cutting your hair, they're just sort of, they're chatting away, they're having a crack. Like, there must be a way to just cut it and then fix it up at the end. And that's what I'm telling myself, because I'm just now grabbing chunks of hair and having a crack. Which, yeah, you're right, is exactly what I've been doing the whole time, but now I'm doing it with even more confidence. See, I can't see. Is that?
Just have a crack.
hard to line up the fringe because I don't really have a fringe that's straight. Yikes. Yikes. Hair grows back. It grows back, guys. This is how dumb I am. I realized I could use the camera to see the back, maybe. Where it is sitting right now is on the toilet. And my initial thought was to try and balance the tripod around the toilet bowl before I realized I could just close the lid and put that down. I was like, is this working? And then quite a big chunk did come out, which makes me think that this is not working as a tactic. Just been cutting the back. And I realized, you know, when you go to the hairdresser, you daydream a bit when the conversation runs dry and you just sort of sit there for a few minutes. I realized I was doing that, but I'm the hairdresser, so I haven't really been focusing on what I've been doing. I've just been cutting. But hey, that's the game. We're here to cut hair. At the end of the day, I'm looking at a pile of hair on the floor, and that's what I look at after I get my hair cut. So if you think about it, most of these hairs have to be cut off anyway. You know what I mean? As they teach you at hairdresser school, I believe, on day one, cutting hair is 95% about confidence and 5% small talk about what career path you have chosen. Hairdressers, do you hear like a weird sound when you cut the hair? Or am I pulling it too tight? Or is that normal? I'll be honest, the only feedback I have on how the back section is going is that in the mirror I can vaguely see dark hair. I had a moment there where I thought there might actually be a patch of skin. I think we're okay. This is such a mistake. I just asked my fiance how she thinks I'm going, and she said I'm shocked. Which initially, you know, is not great. But I think, no, she did say shocked in a good way. Right? She did say there's a long bit out the back, just by itself. So whether we keep that as like a Padawan braid or whether we cut that off, I don't know. But I think generally, I think we're okay. I think in the business, this is called a reach around, where you have to take the clippers that you use to shave your face and just reach around and get the back without being able to see anything. You can go from the sides, or my personal favorite is you can just sort of just ride it. The blade got a bit excited there. I don't know what that means. Now become like a cat or a dog every time I leave the bathroom to get some equipment that we use here in the biz, or to ask Amy how I'm going. I now leave just piles of hair in the hallway, just shedding. I think we're pretty much done. Do you like some product in that today? Does it cost anything? No, it's all part of it. Then yes, I do. Guys, if we've learned anything from today, it's two things really. One, chase your dreams. And two, don't call me Joe anymore. Call me Joe Barber and the 40 Thieves. Call me Harry Potter. Call me Joe Scissorhands, because this is how you cut some hair. Sorry, that ending was a bit arrogant. I really thought I would stuff this up, and I thought that would be the ending of the video. But I'm happy with how it looks. Oh. I mean, I'm happy with how it looks in the sense that I thought it would look a lot worse. But that's just not a funny way to end a video. And I know what people are thinking of, like, this video hasn't been funny at all. Not one bit. But ask yourself, is it any funnier than the other stuff on this channel? No. No, it's not. And that's how we can end the video.